Do it again. All right, perfect.
Enjoy. Did you get to see it? I edited it for the Barn channel. I had video of them playing it at the barn, then I got Matt's studio recording.
Oh, awesome.
Tried to match it up as best I could. A little tricky.
That's great.
It's somewhat believable. I had to mess with the speed a whole bunch to get it to the
That guy's live at the barn right now, so how much food
Yeah.
could be today?
Yeah, right? What about you again?
That's Matt.
Yeah.
He owes me a show.
He's at the barn tonight.
He was playing tonight.
Yeah, I had it together, took his studio recording and tried to match it up to a live performance. When David Folks was in the band, of course he passed away.
Right.
I did that to another one of the songs too. Now you don't, you touch me, now you won't. But you never
So we'll get shut down on that.
ain't laughing at your little joke.
Pick the last one.
As long as you don't play it, I'm sure you can talk about it. Did you hear me say that? Yeah. I'm not off the air immediately. Block those and everything. Pink Floyd and the Eagles are pretty ruthless on that stuff too. You play theirs without permission. Don't want it right now. Or at least take the music out.
And the Eagles, right?
I haven't noticed that with the Eagles. Good thing.
What you wanna do, you're free to choose who you wanna choose. I hope the next one falls for you. It's gonna smash your heart in two. I'm never gonna bother you again. I'm never gonna say you was a friend. I'm never gonna say you
But
were
I'd have to vary the video speed up, make it faster. Tricky part was I didn't catch them from the very beginning when I videotaped them from the first minute. I just had to fill stuff that didn't even go with it really.
Pretty awesome.
And the layer is just the cover for the fact that it didn't really
Pretty good job of video photography there. Videography.
Thank you.
Right on.
How are we looking there, Danny?
We're looking pretty good. All right, welcome to the This Week in Metal Show.
Welcome to the show.
We had a little bit of Matt Frampton there, doing a live thing, probably at the barn.
Yeah, it was.
Speaking of the barn, we have
Yeah.
Mr. Jim Watson with us tonight, the owner of the barn here in Zanesville, Ohio. So we'll be talking to him later, let him tell his story. Paul, welcome. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here this week. My co-host.
My pleasure. Thank you for having
So
me.
what's been going on with you?
Well, let's see. Last night I was in Columbus yesterday, and I was trying to race back to catch down at the barn Otis Bandy, who I'd never heard before.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's I think originally from Centerburg, but lives in Mount Vernon now.
Wow.
But I got there, he just finished playing, but I got to chat with him a little bit.
Yeah.
And I caught a little bit of him on Facebook doing an Eagles song, I think it was. He sounded good, what I heard.
Yep. Super great guy. Glad to have him debut down at the barn. I want to talk about some other debuts here when we get into the meat of things. But yeah, super great guy. So glad we hooked up with him on our Acoustic Thursday for this week. Great guy.
And that's something you've been doing now every Thursday is an acoustic.
That's great.
Yeah.
I
We've been doing.
I love the acoustic. I mean,
Right.
so
Right.
much brighter, you know, and
Yeah, it gives everybody an opportunity to bring their own unique style to
You got
different
it, you got
songs.
it.
So they're, maybe taking their
it's
coverage.
my favorite instrument, really.
Or doing an original, but they can put their own style into it. It's
You
kind of
got
makes
it.
it really
You got
neat,
it.
We had blues last Sunday, right?
Blues last Sunday with Colin John. He's going to be back in June.
Oh, okay.
Colin will be back about the middle of June, so it'd be great to have him back, and I think I have him again in September. So Colin
Listen
was,
to all this live music here in Zanesville High down at the barn.
Colin was
Get down
had
here
a
in
pretty big
Zanesville.
following here in Zanesville. Used to play the Alligator Alley a lot.
He has good following.
Back in the
Columbus,
day,
too.
yes, yeah, he's a well-known blues artist, and great to have him. I enjoy the blues, so.
I went to the Cleveland Cavaliers game where I would have been there, but I'll hopefully catch him next time.
Never been to a basketball game. Or is that a hockey or basketball?
Yeah,
Basketball.
basketball, yeah.
I've been to baseball and football, but I've never been. Baseball's the most boring.
Well, it's fun to go to the park with friends, I think.
Yeah.
I've
It's a
been
good
to a pro
good place to
You've never
drink.
been to a pro basketball game?
Nope.
Yeah.
Buckeye basketball?
I've been to a Buckeye basketball game.
I guess, but it's not on my bucket list though.
No.
No,
Well,
that's for sure.
I should have been on the court playing for the Cavaliers is the thing, not in the stands. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, we want to thank our guests last week. We had, can't remember it now, the artist Wally and
Wally and
Hellbound.
Hellbound, the band Hellbound. Them guys
And
were,
they are Hellbound.
yes, you guys were amazing, man. It is, had a good sound. to it.
Earl's definitely headed for hell.
Yeah, yes, and they had their own sound, so had their own originals also, which is pretty cool. So, but there ain't nothing wrong with the cover, just can't play all of it here. yeah, we'll get copyright infringement. Actually, they can play it live here.
Sure.
Yes.
Hopefully, I'm talking to Waste of White, and hopefully get them on the show
Yes.
soon. And Ron Cole, the president of the Art Colony.
Yes.
I
Guys are awesome. Yep.
I suggested next week, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, if not, I guess I'll find somebody. I'll got a couple of guitar key plants on here again, man.
Well, I'm talking to a lot of people. It's just a matter of scheduling. When can they be here?
Yeah, but I do work with the bands. It don't necessarily have to be a Friday night. We will work with you. If you can't do it on a Friday night, you just give us the day. If you want to be on here and stuff. So
Yeah, Friday nights are great because that's when people expect
let us
to, but
archive your story. Where
we do extra stuff too.
Yeah, we can, or we might even come to you. So either way. So
Seacrest Auditorium, they announced their summer series. I think we may have talked about that.
yes. Well, I mean, hey, good reminder.
There's at least a tentative list of the local openers now.
Yes.
I've been
I
working
mean,
on
thank
that.
the Secret Auditorium. I'm glad that they're doing, getting back into that.
Yeah.
Bringing
Oh,
that
yeah.
music scene back up.
Rick Sabine's doing a lot of great stuff down there.
Yeah.
You may have seen that no longer WYBZ,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah, I
joined
know.
the country station.
Mary Burkhart, and
Yeah.
I can't remember the other guy's name. I know him.
Rick went to the local
Rick.
country.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Highway
right.
103.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
that's
off.
right.
He was off the air for all of like a week.
I met Mary when I worked at Olive Gardens, and she was a server there also.
Okay.
And the DJ out there,
The servant.
WYBC. I said, what I said? I told her, I said, I know what WHIZ stands for. It's work here in Zanesville.
That's what I
And
was
she
saying.
goes, I said, what's WYBC? She goes, Worldwide Bridge Zanesville.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's cool.
You learn something new every day.
Now, back in the day when I was in high school, I was like an intern at WHIZ Radio and TV.
Yeah.
Remember they had the Now show?
Yes.
Friday and Saturday night. They played the cool music. And I go down there and answer phones and stuff.
Yeah, I
Because
won
they have a
some
lot of
pizzas
contests.
on there.
Oh, I won.
Yes.
I won pizzas, soft drinks for a lifetime.
Yeah, that's it.
And
So-
back then I'd make up poems and songs and record them about the Now show. They would use those
Heck
for
yeah,
their
hey.
promotions.
There you go.
And I'd go down to the TV
Learn something
station
new every day.
and do the sports scoreboard. But they're just
Remember,
just little magnets.
The Dr. Demento.
Oh yeah.
That's,
Oh
that's another one. Boy, wow.
yeah. Going way back.
And then the Blitz came around night, and the Blitz 99.7. That came. Started listening to that a lot and stuff.
But Columbus-wise, I always listened to QFM 96.
Yeah, QFM 96. Yeah, that's right.
I later became really good friends with all them, Wags and Elliot and Dane Orr and Archie and the whole morning crew. Became really good
Yeah,
friends
we met
with them.
Handsome Joe from the Blitz. We hung out with him one night.
The guys, my friends from QFM, they would get last minute concert tickets all the time.
Yeah.
I went to so many shows, just the last minute. They Paul, if I had a ticket for See the Police tonight, would you want to go? Hell yeah, I'm on the way already.
Now, a party with the Blitz playing.
Yeah.
At a Rob Zombie concert.
But what I was going to say as far as Secrets goes is that I was going to run down real quick the local openers.
You love it, and recognize any of these bands, man? Get down here and check them out, man.
So it starts. The first show is June 1st with Thunderstruck, ACDC.
Oh yeah,
cover band.
Which,
and,
come on, I mean.
And Straight Jacket has opened for them in the past, and they're going to open.
They were one of my first guests here.
Yeah. And then June 15th is the Naked Karate Girls. And I know people.
Naked Karate Girls.
People get all fired up.
Yeah.
It's like that band, the Bare Naked Ladies.
It's not that. It's not that.
There's not even any girls.
You will be disappointed.
Right. Great
Total misleading.
Yeah, it's a misleading.
Yeah, totally misleading.
There's no nudity.
They're kind of goofy, kind of entertaining.
Yeah, they change outfits in between sets and things like that. They have a lot of fun. Yeah.
Which is, come on, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, that's a good acting, you know. I mean,
Riff Raff is going to open for them.
Yeah.
The new Riff Raff.
Yeah. We love Riff Raff.
Yeah.
Got to hang out with them guys.
Yeah, and they didn't kick us out or anything, I don't think.
Yeah, I usually get beat up.
Yeah. And June 29th is Conspiracy and the TDT Party Band's on the
Right. Hey, party band. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, that's the, Taylor, Dalton, Tom.
It's got the word party in it. Can't go wrong.
Yeah. Those guys are really talented.
Great artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then July 13th is the A1A, which is Jimmy Buffett's backing band, I guess.
Wow.
Just Buffett won't be with them, but they do a lot of stuff. And Shorty's going to share the bill with them. Yeah, Shorty's going to share the bill.
I love that guy, man.
Because Shorty's birthday is the next day. So
He's one of the most humblest musicians I've ever met.
Have a birthday celebration.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's nothing like Paulapalooza. It just ended.
Right.
Paulapalooza starts on
The whole
St. Patrick's
month of March,
Day.
right?
Starts on St. Patrick's Day and runs through. No, starts on St. Patrick's Day and runs through the NCAA championship basketball game. So it just ended the other day. It's about 25 days.
Cool.
But should be a national observance soon. But July 27th is North to Nashville, and then Howie Campbell is going to.
Howie's been down at the barn. He's a great artist.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's got a new CD out. Well, that's what the barn, I think, was the CD release party.
Yeah, his release party last time. Yeah.
All right.
And August 10th is that Arena Rock show, and that's Brady Tigner.
Yeah.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, Brady's
played
local
at the barn
boy.
quite a bit.
Yeah,
Good
played with
opportunity.
him and Alec for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
Bassist with them, and he's a great artist.
Yeah.
Excited to see him living his dream out there.
Yeah, that's very awesome, man. Yeah, you got that gig, you know. So
Absolutely.
Then I believe Never Surrender is going to open that show, which is Matt Sensel.
Yeah.
Is the bass player for that band.
Yeah, he's.
I've been hearing a lot about them, so I've never heard of
He's
them.
the first time I met him. He was up here.
He played for 5 hours.
Yeah, he played for like 5 hours straight, nonstop. You know, I was like, and then
He's a machine.
yeah, he is. Tell me his story.
The last of the summer concert series shows is Southern Accents, which is Tom Petty.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I heard of them guys.
And Steve Spires is going to open.
Wow. Yeah, he's an awesome guy right there.
At least I think it's Steve Spires. It could be Steve Steyer.
Yes, yes. Are you listening?
There's even one person there.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him to watch his episode.
It's really hard to tell them apart. I mean, Stiers has got him down so well that you can't tell.
Yeah,
Steve's
man.
already, but Steve's a great artist too. We had him at the barn last month, and it's always a pleasure to have him on our
He really
stage.
is.
He hasn't really been gigging that much, but
Yeah, he's been focusing on on his music lessons and
Yeah.
working
Well,
on
that's
getting other
cool.
people
Hey, shit.
up to snuff, man. But he's such
Share
a great
the-
artist,
share the-
such
But
a
he
great
does
guy.
Russo's
I see
pizza
that.
tomorrow
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
which I didn't know they ever had music, but that's kind of cool.
I think
Where
it's
is
their anniversary.
Russo's
Yeah.
wood-fired pizza up here.
Oh, wow.
Steve
They got
Spires,
music that they
Steve Spires will be there tomorrow.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah, I didn't know that ever happened. So, but yeah, if it's a special occasion.
Oh my gosh, we never heard that.
Yeah, I think it's their anniversary when they open.
Okay. So that's cool. Yeah, we always need more Steve Spires in our lives.
Absolutely.
You know they're really making fun of you. You know that.
No.
I know.
Well,
I ain't starting no trouble.
yeah, you are. But let's see. Now tomorrow night at the barn is Haley Bundy.
Yeah, Haley's a great
I'm
up and
telling
coming
you,
artist,
wow.
man.
Wow.
She has a voice. She can sing some.
Yes, she can.
Amazing range.
I'd love to have her
What
up
she's
here
singing.
eventually.
Yeah,
So you
course,
got an
you-
invite, Haley.
You had her in her prior band,
we did. Flushed.
Flushed.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
with her
amazing.
original band.
Amazing voice.
And then now she's out striking with her own name. So excited to have her back down there. We've got her again a few times this summer. So excited about that. And really just excited to kick off this brand new series. So,
I hope she
lot
has
of great
success
bands coming up.
in what she does. Really, she deserves it.
Well, I'd like to
She's got a lot of talent.
Get them on this show too.
It's a, you know, even with that much talent, it's still a hard to get into the music. It's a job, believe me.
Yeah, it's fun
And,
to watch how much stage,
It's that passion,
how
you
much
know.
stage
that you-
presence she has, and her passion for the music and the sound, and
She's
she's
about
kind of working
16
through
or-
everything. Yeah, it's
Yeah, she's
just
got.
young-
I mean,
young
she's
kid.
good now, but she's got
Yeah,
so
young
many
lady.
years.
Or I think
to
she just turned
improve.
17, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah,
But,
but very awesome.
You know, her father Mark paints guitars.
Yeah,
for
that's what I heard.
Some big time musician.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
awesome. So she's already got that music in the family, you know, so which is very
Yeah,
awesome.
that artistic background.
That's which helps, you know. It's now to get her, you know, connections, and you know, so which is very awesome.
I did karaoke with Mark one night, and he's not a bad vocalist either. He wouldn't say so, but
She's from Zanesville, so let's hope she
well,
succeeds,
Cambridge
you know.
actually. Cambridge actually.
Yeah, she went to John.
Okay.
Goes
Well,
or
she's
goes
close
John
to
Lake.
us, so you
Yeah.
know, so
Definitely local.
hopefully,
Lake.
yeah, definitely local here. So
But,
hopefully she succeeds. You know, be very awesome.
Also, let's see, this weekend, tomorrow night is Jaron Soley at Weasel Boy. I'm not familiar, but I looked him up and said
Still gotta get down there.
acoustic everything.
Awesome.
And Mark Pennington is at the VFW tomorrow night.
Mark's another great
Yes.
great
Yes.
country
Outlaw
man.
country music.
Yeah, with the outlaw uprising, Mark can definitely sing. He's a great entertainer, and I spent some time in Nashville. Mark did, so yeah, he's
Awesome.
definitely a quality musician, and I
Awesome.
enjoy his friendship.
I spent some time in Nashville, but
Just drinking in the bar. Or?
yeah, and the
I thought it was that steakhouse or
the
something.
GPS program doesn't work as well when you're walking. And
You've been one of those
I've had a
times.
couple of drinks, I was slightly disoriented, and I'm moving so slow that I can't tell what direction I'm going in when I'm looking at my GPS on my phone.
His address was
I
sight.
walk a mile before I realize I'm going the wrong direction. So I saw all of Nashville.
Yes.
I'm sure there's a wanted poster for it.
Yeah, I know. Do you see this man?
But now next Thursday is Paul's Jam at the barn.
Yes.
Since 2017.
Yes.
Paul's Jam.
The longest running open jam in the state.
I think it is. Maybe in the country at this point.
That's the country,
It
yeah.
could be in the country. There was that
Was
one
that
in
Phil's?
California,
Right.
but I feel like
I
they
think-
stopped during COVID.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we surpassed them.
Yeah. I'll go with it.
Last I heard.
And I think this month, like last month, I'm expecting a really good turnout of musicians, and which usually then brings
Yes.
listeners too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
good
always-
shows.
it's always
Summertime's
great
coming,
to-
man. There's
to
going to be a
kick it off
lot
in
of great
springtime.
shows.
Yeah. Yeah, we take a little break when the weather's cold.
Yeah.
It's nice to open the patio back up.
It's time to get outside.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, and next week looks like we're going to have some high 70s and
Excellent.
80s if it holds true to what we're seeing right now anyway.
Excellent.
Very awesome.
And looking just a little further ahead then, next weekend, let's see. Yeah, what's at the barn next weekend?
Next weekend at the barn on the 14th is going to be A Monet.
Yeah.
So those guys are
That's all
amazing. They've cut a lot of albums. Have their own YouTube channel, or not YouTube. Yeah, they have their own TikTok.
They're from
stuff
Akron,
out there.
I think,
So
right?
yeah, from Akron, Canton area. Then the next night we're going to stick with that Akron Canton theme, and Pat Masalko will be down. So
Okay.
always
Right
great to
on.
have Pat in the house. You had mentioned Paul's Jam's going to kick off the weekend, so that'll be a lot of fun. But then
You get to start it out.
on Sunday next weekend, we're also going to have Brian Sweeney. Brian was part of Double Cut back in
Yes,
the day.
yeah, I remember them guys.
Played a lot here in the area.
Yeah.
And Brian just got back and started to play some solo stuff. So it's going to be exciting to have Brian on our stage too next week.
Heck yeah.
One of the first music videos I ever shot for the Paul Quinn YouTube channel was Double Cut
Yeah.
in
yeah.
Columbus at Screaming Willie's.
I ain't heard that name in a long time. I mean, are they just getting back together, or
No.
Or, okay, Sweet's from the band.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
Sweeney played in the band, and actually we've
Okay.
got a couple other artists that play pretty regularly at the barn.
Okay.
Landon and Dakota Tom that are in Sons of Maverick, and
They're still
Landon's
keeping that
also in
passion, you know,
the,
for after all these
the
years.
party band, the
TDT, I guess.
Yep,
everybody.
yep,
Cool.
yep. Tom Dalton Taylor
Yeah.
party band.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was going to look up that video, Double Cut. Here it is, 12 years ago. They just recorded a couple songs. Forever Alone has almost 2,000 views.
Yeah.
That was at Screaming Willie's. Again, I was living in Columbus, of course. Somebody just say, the hot new band from Zanesville going to be in Columbus. Yeah, check it out. So I popped it over there. And yeah, here's the other song.
A lot of great
I didn't get a
bands.
title, but it's got about 900 views. Another song out there for that shot. So that's kind of cool.
There really is a lot of local bands out there. That's for sure.
And probably while I'm talking about YouTube, I should remind people that the barn has a
I
YouTube
was just
channel.
going to say, the Barn TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
There's quite a few music videos.
And don't
on
forget, right after this, the Licking County Metalheads podcast with Roy.
Oh, that's right.
Starting at 9 o'clock.
Do you know who he has on tonight?
I don't think he has to get. Well, you got any guests on tonight? I know you got a good playlist tonight. Oh, I know this is the last show for season 9, I think.
Okay.
So this and then he's starting another season. So, oh my gosh, man! Wow,
Season's
season
awesome.
9. So,
Awesome.
yeah, I was up there for a few of them.
Keeping live music alive.
Yes, absolutely. And bands, if you want your songs played, send it to Roy at lickingcountymetalheads@gmail.com, and he'll make sure it gets on the air and stuff. So he'll put it on the playlist and stuff. So if you want your music heard up there, so if I'm not mistaken, we're in 47 different countries and 43 different languages. So your music will get out there. So get your music up there. lickingcountymetalheads@gmail.com.
And you know, there's a lot of opportunities for musicians to get their music heard.
And also, if you want to be a guest up there, get a hold of him.
And I put on the Metalheads page, I think after last week's show,
Yeah.
that WBNO radio out of Mansfield.
Yes,
that
absolutely.
will play your music. All you have to do is send it to them.
That's right.
An MP3 file, short band bio, and a picture.
So there's
Tommy
another
Barnwell.
platform for you.
He'll play it. And, I mean, he'll periodically do a show that's almost all Zanesville area music.
Absolutely.
And play Frampton and Spires, and all the people, Haley Bundy, people
There
from
you
around
go.
here.
Get your
Awesome.
music out there.
Great
Get
opportunity.
me.
Yeah.
Send it.
And there's a couple other things like that I put on the page, so musicians ought to take a look and see what opportunities they have. They want to participate in that musicians hangout.
Yes.
Out of Seattle.
Absolutely. Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock.
They're always looking for guests, musicians to be on the
right.
show. And periodically they'll say, just send in your music videos, and they'll just spend the whole show just showing music videos.
I'm hoping I have an opportunity to meet him this summer. They're supposed to come down here.
Yeah, they've been talking about it for a couple of years.
Yes,
Yeah, that's the two ladies, right?
hopefully
Yeah.
hopefully this year will be the year.
Maxine, Maxine.
Yeah.
They were actually my first podcast.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's like you
They're real
podcast
cool.
all these years, but you've never been on one. And then,
They love Ohio and Zanesville specifically.
Yes.
They'll even talk on their show about
Absolutely. So,
people from Zanesville
that was pretty cool.
because we're dedicated to our music.
Yes, we are. We love the local bands and scenes.
Let's see. Jason Edward Adams
Yes.
at the barn April 20th.
Good
Yeah.
friend. Good friend.
Yeah, Jason's on. He's the next one up on the acoustic spotlight after Paul's
Right
jam.
on.
Then we're sticking with the Adams theme. Joey Adams is actually the next week. So
Okay.
a couple great artists
Right
right
on,
there,
man.
man. That's going to be cool to have.
The Adams family.
Jason and the whole Adams family.
Yeah.
Jason Edward Adams. I don't think they're related, but
Yeah.
both great music talents. Jason plays a lot of his own.
Yes, he does.
His own originals and things like that. Joey's also a songwriter, so different genres. Jason's more on the rock side, and Joey's going to be more on the country side. But it's always great to have those guys.
Jason's always here, jamming. I love when he comes, man.
He's a-
I learned a lot from him, actually. You know, he's taught me a lot, and he's also did a couple videos for us for the page and stuff, man. It's pretty cool.
He's a good, I don't know what you call it, music producer.
Yeah, he's going to be. I have a couple songs that's going to be produced here pretty soon. So
Yeah.
I wrote and did.
He's the type you always listen to a song and go, you know what, perfect right there, be a little cello.
I just ain't gonna sing. I ain't gonna sing them, but I just need a singer. I can't sing, but I do have a couple of songs that will be recorded eventually. So.
Cool. I don't know if you're aware, I'm a very skilled air guitar player. That
I tell people, I say there's a man that I've never seen him miss a note, and he it's so clean.
And never had a lesson. Never had a lesson.
Never lessons.
But at the holidays, I sold my guitar I need quick cash.
Yeah, but you
I
know,
sold my guitar.
you get back to it because they're expensive.
I know.
Right.
So I was thinking about just taking out air drums or something.
Yeah, no.
Hard.
Yeah, you see a lot of them. You see a lot of
I
air.
lugging them around.
Yeah, you see, everybody does. You know, the song. Everybody does it, no matter what. Is Bill Collins in the air tonight?
Oh, okay. I just say wipeout.
Yes. Well, that too, I guess. I'd say